time for another Vinegar Syndrome movie, and I do quite like getting into these ones and knowing as little as possible. Sometimes you're going to find something that's just phenomenally brilliant, like The Collar. Sometimes you're going to find something that's completely abysmal, like Pandemonium, which wasn't for me. This one, Memorial Valley Massacre, which was released as Memorial Day and Death in the Valley, I think it was, is a rather typical mid-80s horror movie. Now, the production standards are fairly fine, but you can obviously tell that there's not much of a budget here, and there is a strange tone all the way through it. We have this camp park which is about to open on Memorial Day, and you have a host of people ready to go there. It's not quite finished, so a lot of people are turned away. The people that stay are kind of victims in the waiting, ready to get picked off. And we also have this new character who turns up, who is the son of the person that owns the land, who's given a job just because, and he has this kind of antagonistic relationship with the main city ranger, the person who's operating the building and running of this park. And then there is one other factor here. We have someone who kind of lives in the woods. Someone that's been there for a long time, has a kind of Neanderthal look about them, and obviously lives off the land. But the thing about this one is the tone. The tone is completely inconsistent. It can be over the top, almost slapsticky in certain moments, and this comes very much from the music cues as well, and it can quickly turn into a horror which isn't really scary or bloody or gory or any kind of typical fashion that you would go, yeah, I kind of like that horror. It's a little bit overlit. It's a little bit too, well, it shows the cracks, realistically, when you're looking at it, especially some of the gore later on, because of the crisp colour, because of the sharp lighting that this thing has. It doesn't have room to hide any of the seams, and things look a little bit easy to spot. The characters themselves are all kind of uninteresting, typical one-dimensional characters that you would expect, and this movie has a long time where very little happens. In fact, most of the deaths are rushed into the finale of the movie, and even then they're a little bit underwhelming. There's a whole sub-story put into there about one of the guys losing a child many years ago, who believes they're still alive in the woods and is trying to find that character all the way through it. But even that wraps up in such a strange way that left me kind of scratching my head. It didn't give you the fulfillment that you were looking for at this. Now, the thing is shot very well. It's lit for the most part decently. The special effects are, well, I'd say they're more effects rather than being special. The set design is a bit iffy, and the characters are, although technically fine, a little bit boring. They don't get up too much. It's one of those movies that I watched and go, yeah, I watched it. I don't think I'm going to go back to this one. It wasn't bad. Definitely wasn't good. It was just kind of bland. Ticking off the boxes, getting through all the tropes of the time, and that's it. I'd love to know your thoughts on the movie. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time.